How to recover from a bad date, a step-by-step guide. Bad dates happen to everyone at some point, and while they can feel disappointing or awkward, they don't need to define your experience. Whether the conversation was dull, there was no chemistry, or things went off track for reasons beyond your control, the key is knowing how to bounce back. Here are some practical steps to help you recover from a bad date, feel better, and keep your mindset positive for future encounters. 1. Don't dwell on it. The first step to recovering is to acknowledge the bad date but avoid overanalyzing it. Everyone has off days, both you and the person you met. Going over every detail in your mind only adds unnecessary stress. Instead, give yourself permission to let it go. Understand that just because one date went poorly doesn't mean every future date will be the same. Tip: try reframing the experience as a funny story. Sometimes sharing it with a friend lightens the mood and makes it easier to move on. 2. Shift focus to self-care. After a disappointing date, it's natural to feel a bit disheartened. Practicing self-care can help you shift your energy in a positive direction. Do something you love, whether it's watching a movie, taking a walk, or indulging in your favorite dessert. Taking care of yourself is a great way to rebuild your mood and regain confidence. Suggestion: a relaxing activity like journaling your thoughts about the experience can also help release any lingering frustration. 3. Reflect without criticism. While it's essential not to overthink, a brief reflection can offer some helpful insights. Ask yourself, did I learn anything new about what I like or don't like in a partner? Use the experience as a learning opportunity. However, avoid being overly critical of yourself or the other person. Sometimes, mismatches just happen, it doesn't mean you or they did something inherently wrong. Tip: focus on what went right, even if it's just a small thing. Maybe you tried a new restaurant or learned a little more about yourself. 4. Avoid blaming yourself. It's easy to feel like you might have said or done something wrong, but dating involves two people, and chemistry can't always be forced. Bad dates don't define your worth, nor do they mean you failed. Reframe your thoughts and remind yourself that not every encounter will click, and that's okay. Remember, dating is about exploration and discovering what works for you. One bad experience doesn't reflect your ability to connect with someone meaningful in the future. 5. Talk to a friend. Sometimes, sharing your experience with someone close to you can make a huge difference. Whether you need to laugh it off or vent, having a good friend listen can provide validation and help you regain perspective. Your friend can also remind you that bad dates are normal and part of the process of finding the right match. Suggestion: plan a fun activity with your friend afterward, it'll remind you that good times aren't limited to romantic dates. 6. Don't rush into another date. You don't have to jump back into the dating pool immediately to fix the bad experience. Take your time to recharge emotionally and mentally. Rushing into another date without fully processing your emotions may leave you feeling drained. Give yourself permission to take a break if needed. Tip: use the downtime to focus on hobbies or personal goals. This shift in focus can re-energize your outlook on dating. 7. Set realistic expectations for future dates. It's easy to approach dates with high hopes, but setting realistic expectations can help you stay grounded. Understand that not every date will be magical, and that's part of the process. You're meeting people to explore compatibility, not chasing perfection. Mindset shift: treat each date as an opportunity to meet someone new and learn, rather than expecting immediate sparks. This way, you'll be less likely to feel disheartened if things don't go perfectly. 8. Look at the big picture. Remember that dating is a journey, not a sprint. A bad date is just a small part of the process, not the entire story. Focus on the long-term goal of finding meaningful connections rather than getting stuck on one poor experience. This mindset shift will keep you optimistic and open to new possibilities. 9. Give yourself credit. Even if the date didn't go as planned, you showed up and put yourself out there, which takes courage. Give yourself credit for taking a chance and trying to connect with someone new. Every experience, good or bad, builds resilience and brings you closer to the right person. 10. Move forward with confidence. Lastly, don't let a bad date discourage you from continuing your search for love or meaningful connections. The more you date, the more you'll learn about what suits you and what doesn't. Every encounter, no matter how awkward or uncomfortable, serves as a stepping stone in your dating journey. Final thought: the key to recovering from a bad date is to stay kind to yourself, laugh it off, and keep moving forward. The right person is out there, it's just a matter of time and persistence.